energy and my frequency, which is highly beneficial just for relaxing. And so we're just going to ground you in and take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And that's a Fibonacci breath. Notice the breath coming in on your inner nostrils on the in-breath. Fill your belly. And then on the out breath, notice that they come on the outside. The breath comes on the outside of your nostrils. And breath is life. It gives the mind something to do. And the first thing we're going to do is just explain a little bit. And you can keep your eyes closed and just hear. You will get this recording. The frequency and vibration will be captured within the recording so that when you listen to this again, and I do recommend, it takes 21 to 30 days to create a new habit or create a new space. And so give that to yourself or gift that to yourself, for you deserve it. And first of all, we can chat about guides. And so we're all souls having this human experience. And if we look at the soul like a big umbrella above us, and then there's tendrils that come down into this avatar, and there's many timelines, vibrational lines. And so we think very linear about time, but it's inaccurate. So we have vibration of timelines, and those timelines are different frequencies. And every time you make a decision or you change your mind, you're creating a new timeline. And so there's many movies about this right now, which is really fascinating. Everything Everywhere All at Once, the OA. And so as you begin to understand this process, and this shift in your vibration brings you into a different timeline or frequency. And so you can always choose to shift from where you are, because in every moment of every day, you are creating your reality with every thought, with every word, and with every action. And so you are not the one thinking, you are not the one speaking, you're actually the consciousness observing that. And so as we go through life, the more you can become that observer, the easier this gets. And so along with your oversoul, so to speak, or higher self, you also have the ability from higher self to then tap into source consciousness. And we can't tap directly in. We need to go through our higher self in order to be at that frequency, that vibration. And so that's one. And then you have many souls supporting you, guides, those that watch over you, those that keep you safe, ancestors, past loved ones, right? Those that have transitioned on into another dimension and have chosen, or I would say chosen to guide others and stay on that side. I would say that this realm, this construct, this dimension that we are in, can be very challenging. And so you do have guides. You even have like spirit animals to help you, and you can call in. You can call in angels, which are angles of light. So certain angles, like I work with quite a bit with Archangel Michael, and he will be in today. Not only is he known for healing properties, and she known for healing properties, but also for standing in authenticity and truth, which is really one of my superpowers, and using the element of fire, which is also me, and not being afraid to wield that sword, so to speak, of truth, and call people on their bullshit and be blunt. Because in many ways, being truthful and honest first with yourself and taking off the masks and the layers that we've created to make us feel safe in society, the more we find our true selves, the more we connect more with our higher self. And when you operate this way, following your intuition, which is those quiet nudges, the easier this all gets. when you're trying to not control everything and you allow and you accept that everything is happening for you, not to you, it can be a real game changer. I can be a firm example. So just so I'm clear, I had the worst monkey mind, in my opinion. Racing thoughts all the time, didn't stop, judging myself, judging others. And I've come to a space and place through nature, through shifting my diet, through letting go of old belief patterns, through standing in my truth and realizing, wow, I can let that go. I don't need to hang on to that. And that the words being part of that programming that we were instilled with, especially as children, of not being good enough. And that was a really strong program. I do believe that many of us are here at this time on purpose to assist in this collective consciousness shift that is occurring. So politics aside, to me, that's all part of a show still. And what we want to do is tune more inward. What can we control? What can we do? And how can we feel better? And in turn, help others to feel better. So change your perspective, change your life. These are all very true statements. So keeping up with that breath, I'm going to give you a little visualization that will assist in reducing the thoughts. And so we're just going to take our mind and imagine a field. You may see it, you may not, but you can visualize it. And that's what's important here. And it's a big, open, grassy field. And there's a slight breeze and the sun is shining, but it's not too hot. Feels good, feels cozy, warm, inviting. And over yonder is a tree. It's a beautiful tree, lots of green leaves. And it's inviting you to come and have a rest. And as you walk over to this tree and the grass swishes, and you can hear birds singing, and a butterfly flies by. We're all going through a transformation at this time. We're all at different levels of this transformation, and everybody is exactly where they should be. I'm grateful you're here today. And go ahead and take a seat under the tree, and we're going to watch the sky go by with the leaves sort of as a frame around it. We're going to take those thoughts that have been bugging you all week. What would the most prominent ones be? I want you to allow them to come in. And then I want you to put them up in the clouds that are floating by. And you're going to observe these thoughts just floating by. For thoughts are not facts. It is what the mind does. And much comes from previous things you've picked up, your subconscious. And so today we're just going to give you this beautiful tool to observe. Thoughts are not facts. And just watch them float by. You don't need to attach to them, for when we attach to them, we give them energy, which makes them more prominent. And just keep observing. And now, are you able to float yourself, not your body, but your consciousness up a little higher and observe yourself under the tree, observing your thoughts up in the sky? We're giving it space. For when we are that observer, it gives us a little distance, which means we're not in it, we're observing it. Not unlike the eye of the storm. Or if one can just be the observer, there's less triggers. Beautiful. And now there's these beautiful amethyst crystals growing up around you gently. Amethyst is very healing, very calming. And along with the amethyst is some rose quartz. Crystals have energy, there's a vibration. And not unlike the scents that you can use, or when you smell something, it reminds you of something. Utilizing crystals as part of a routine when dropping into meditation can be very helpful. You can hold a crystal if you choose. You don't need to do it right now because I've surrounded you in them. And just keep breathing naturally. If your mind does wander still, just keep going back to your breath. And calling in Archangel Michael or any angels at this time to support. You may feel a warmth as wings are wrapped around you energetically. And for those of you wondering, how can this be? It's the angles of light. And with these eyes, we have a limited perception. We can see the colors of the rainbow, and then everything else is a mix of those colors. But on one side is infrared and the other side is X-ray on the light spectrum. So we cannot perceive everything around us. Everything is energy. We are like fish in the ocean that doesn't know they're in water. We are surrounded by plasma. Plasma is an energy state. It's not talked about much, but you will see much in the future about this. We're coming to the forefront. And I'm just adjusting your chakras so you're nice and balanced. And if you can imagine a beautiful white, pure light enveloping your body and around your body, we're just going to do a further relaxation and cell activation. Your cells are very important. The mitochondria is very important. Everything you need is within you. And as you feel this beautiful energy wrapping around the top of your head, it's going through you and around you in a beautiful clockwise direction. Over the ears, forehead, the eyes, relaxed, the cheeks, the back of your head, your nose, bottom of your ears, your lips. Relax the jaw, over the chin and around your throat chakra. So all around your throat. And it feels like pure love, unconditional love, a warmth embrace. Calling in all of your guides to support you right now as well and assist. Going over the shoulders, relax the shoulders, the upper chest, the upper back, down the arms to the elbows, down the chest, the mid back, the upper stomach, the forearms, the wrists, the hands. You may feel a tingling in your hands. That's normal. For where your attention goes, energy flows. And the stomach, the lower back, abdomen, hips, buttocks, thighs, hamstrings, down to the knees, around the shins, calves, down to the ankles, heels, tops of your feet, bottoms of your feet, down to your toes. And then you're just going to gently breathe in. And this energy is going to come up your energy center, the top of your head and out again and flow down like a fountain. This is your aura field, energy field, Taurus. And just let it flow with the breath. And then I would like you to bring your attention to your heart space. And as you breathe in, pause for a second at the bottom. And breathe out gently. Your heart has its own vortex. Your heart is like a vortex itself. One goes up, one goes down, and that energy moves the flow. This is your center point. This is where you can connect in. And I'd like you to just imagine that you are within your own vortex. And as you breathe in at the bottom and pause, that point is the beginning, it's the end, it's the everything. And imagine you're inside this point, and it's like a womb. You can hear my voice, but you're not really focused on anything else. You're just being. And just keep breathing gently. And I'd like you to ask for a message. And the first word, thought, sentence, song, name that pops into your head, that soft, quiet message. Maybe you hear nothing, and that's okay too. Know that you are all loved right where you are. And with practice, taking this small bit of time for yourself once in the morning is great. Once in the morning and evening is fantastic. Where you will find you can then drop into this space anytime, anywhere. You will become happier, more peaceful. And in order to receive messages, one needs to be quiet enough to hear, so to speak, observant enough to see, to know. Some of you may actually hear a voice in your ear, some of may you hear in your mind, some may just know. But you can also ask for a sign. You may ask a question. And then be really observant throughout today on how that may show up for you. It could be a sentence in a video, a song, something someone else says, something you read, a visual in nature, a cloud in the sky. And one could almost gamify this so that it becomes fun. And you start to flow. Everything is happening for me, not to me. Something happens that you don't like, you're being redirected, or there's a lesson for you to learn. And as we spiral up in consciousness, that same lesson may show up, but now you have a new perspective. Oh, I know this lesson. I got this. You will be tested. And every time you pass that test, there will always be another test, but you are growing in your observation, your vibration, the frequency you're sending out. And as things are increasing in vibration, that means it feels like it's speeding up. We can jump timelines easier. We can manifest easier. And doing things that bring you joy. And anytime you get frustrated, go to gratitude. Be kind and loving to yourself first, and then to others. Go ahead and ask a question now. We're just going to sit for a few minutes in quiet. Quite often with my eyes closed, I see my own eye, the I am, excuse me, the I am, for we are each so divinely connected, and it may not feel like it sometimes, and that's okay. But just remember, I promise, if you take this time for self every day for 30 days, you will see a difference. You will feel different. Remember, those small increments add up over time to create a new you. Your cells are always working. It's an incredible experience to be in this avatar, to have this ability to utilize the senses, to be grounded but connected. You chose to be here right now. And you are loved and supported. And as you wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes and come back to this space of play, and remember, it's up to you to take this time for you. I can't do it for you. My mission has always been to empower you and give you tools in your toolbox. And I'm just gonna stop the recording.